The last time our heroes left off, they had been wandering down a path to try to find the goblins that were attacking the small town of Fandolin, only to walk through a foggy wood and end up somewhere completely unrecognizable in the path they had traveled before. A line of skeletal wood now blocks the path, and behind it a mist creeping out below the underbrush. The only path is a path ahead, where a small wooden sign held up by a noose and a single pole read Barovia, next to a strung-up corpse with two signs, soulless.
Voice.
As you walk down the glistening cobblestone path leading down to the underbelly of this giant mountain, and on top, a single castle. Below that, a village. The houses rising at the ground like tombstones. No light can be seen. Before, you remember at least a few candle lights in various windows, but now it is shuttered in complete darkness. And the eerie green light that you saw in the castle far on top of the mountain vanished. The green light is gone, no longer in the central tower.
Looks like everyone's gone to bed for the night.
Yes, it is night. There's a large overcast, clouding the moon, creating only rays of moonlight that sprinkle across the path to this village.
I think we should find an inn or a tavern or something to wait out the night.
So we should.
Assuming that somebody's operating on it.
Well, regardless, shelter, if occupied, is still shelter.
A Niffy,
Yes?
roll me a constitution check. The sleep beams sends a shooting pain up your spine. Hushed words can be heard, echoing through your mind. No salvation, no return.
She's going to quickly whip around like she thought someone was talking right over her shoulder and stare into the blank darkness. She's gonna be almost akin to like a startled cat.
As you swing around, the entire party notices as it was a very, very quick and not very subtle movement as you stare into the deep, dark wood that surrounds this path.
Sophia, are you alright? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Well, I've heard one. But I'm sure it's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing.
If you're so certain, lucky for me. we shouldn't dally. Let's make our way into town.
Down the path. Later, you notice above the sound of snapping twigs. The whole party can hear the sound of twigs snapping.
Keeping a hand on his crossbow in its holster, he's just going to slowly turn his head to where the snap originated.
As you stare, both you and Gregor stare into the deep, dark depths of the underbrush. Two large red eyes can be seen, and then another pair, followed by another pair. The overcast completely covers the lunar light, shrouded in complete darkness. The eyes appear from multiple directions.
How high are they off the ground?
About 3 feet. You can hear a subtle in the distance.
That is not promising. I think it's our best bet to run. You alright with that leg of yours? Rainer is going to grip Timothy by the wrist and start leading her at a brisk pace toward Barovia.
Alright, everybody give me an athletics check.
$19 for Vasu.
What did Timothy get, Blue?
17.
As the only thing we heard is sounds of splashing from puddles and the disturbance of cobblestone along this path. The red eyes begin to merge into a solid set of multiple red eyes down the path where you originated. One set in particular had green eyes, and the silhouette was of a wolf. Much more elegant than the others, adorning what looks to be a talisman of sorts.
Particular shape to it.
The only one who notices is a nephew. And as the party tries to escape the clutches of their unfortunate situation, a nephew sees that the first wolf, the green-eyed wolf, larger than the others, morphs, donning a long cloak and seductive features. A simple wave can be seen as the fog engulfs him and the other wolves.
Could she tell what the type of color his cloak was?
It was like a velvety red, more like a velvety maroon. Very dark red.
Was it someone that she's ever met before, or was it someone new?
You have never seen this individual.
Okay. Once again, since she's going to stop in her tracks if she could, and just take a good long stare in the direction where the wolves and the man were in the fog. Is there a way that she could see into the fog, or absolutely not?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can give me a perception check if you'd like. This is a roll. as it engulfs them, and they completely dissipate and disappear.
Then she's just going to stick with her original action of stopping and gawking once again.
And as you continue on further, getting closer and closer to these homesteads rising out of the darkness of the cold, dark ground. There's a small homestead. You are now much further down the path, completely gone from the mist. Seems to be a three-story of the plantation variety. A manor of sorts. It's overgrown, decrepit. You can see the front porch as planks have been pulled and pried, hanging loosely by the door hangs loosely by its hinges. The entire party sees this. The house seems to have just emerged from the darkness. And then solemnly, you hear the cry of a child.
Say we were going after kids, didn't we?
Yes. Rainer is going to be the first to approach the noise of the crying children.
Okay. You see Rainer approach the porch. So Gregor and Rainer follow the porch, leaving the party in the pathway leading to the porch.
Because I'm assuming they're still with
The red eyes are no longer there. They're engulfed in like this.
No, regardless. So they're either after us or one. So rather than
As you approach the porch, almost seemingly out of nowhere, two children standing there desolately, staring almost manically. The other whimpering softly, holding it all.
Excuse me.
The older child presses her. Yes.
Examine both the children a bit more closely. To determine, the crying one's gender.
The crying one seems to be 9 or 10 years old or so. And the little one is a boy, about 7. What appears to be 7. Okay. They stare at you blankly.
So the one stopped crying.
No, the other one's still crying.
Oh.
But she's crying but staring at you.
Okay.
Very uncomfortably staring at you. She's whimpering, but there is no sign of tears.
Is your sister, is she alright? Did something happen?
My brother. She corrects him.
I know it was the girl.
The crying one was the little boy.
Oh, okay.
My apologies.
Is your brother alright?
He hasn't stopped his crying for days.
Did something happen to get him to start crying?
She turns to her little brother and shushes him. Lifelessly, they both look up at you. The little one then stares you directly in the eyes. There's a monster in there.
Monster. Do you know what this monster looks like? Where are your parents?
They're trapped in the basement.
They're trapped in the basement. Where is the monster?
You don't know.
Right. Is there...
Would you help us?
Slowly turning back to the party to gauge their reactions to the, the children asking for help.
As you move out of the way and gesture towards the two children, the rest of the party now can see these drab, lifeless characters of children. Their clothes seem to fit in with the aesthetic of the house. They say there's a monster in the house, and their parents are trapped in the basement.
Considering that you can monster, that's why you don't how to get it out. And you can look for their parents. You two can.
Alright, that works for me.
I don't think that's a really good idea.
Why? What makes you think that?
Have you seen... Okay. Do you see what they look like right now?
Looking back toward the children. Inifi, they're kids. They're scared, and their parents are trapped in the basement.
Look, I know I might be the crazy one right now, no sanity or whatever, but I saw things. Alright, I don't trust this place. And I don't think it doesn't matter right now. What matters is that I don't think we should be helping these children that are all alone in some dark place that have been standing there for whoever, Lord knows how long. It could be a trap for all we know.
Well, if it is a trap, let's say it's not for the moment. Do you remember how you felt when we were kids and no one came to help us?
But I didn't ever look like that.
I mean, we didn't look any better.
Is no one else seeing the looks on their faces right now? Am I the only one?
As you look back and gaze at the children, they are completely unfazed, almost dead and pale.
Trauma can do very strange things to a kid.
Okay, so...
The older sister then kneels down to the younger brother and whispers something to him that the rest of the party cannot hear. The little boy then begins to cry again.
Look, you can help them for all I care, but I'm not getting myself involved with this. And I'm not gonna have you try and fall into some trap that two little kids, for all we know, could be monsters in themselves, lure you into.
With her saying that, can I make an investigation check to determine whether or not the kids are in fact monsters themselves?
That'd be an insight check.
Is it? Oh fuck, I will do that too. That's
They appear to be just starving, lost children. Traumatized.
I also make an insight check to see if anything else is off about the situation.
Yeah.
They're kids down on their luck, just like we were. Except,
That
well...
doesn't...
Well, they're not monsters.
I don't know that.
I've seen monsters before in the feed. These kids are not monsters.
It's not
You don't know that.
That sounds like a monster.
it's not against the call again. The little sister like holds like the little brother. You like the symbols working on pale, desolate, starving children. No.
Well, there's what? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. Tell you what. You both are the village's soul. I can track the monster. Find out what kind of monster it is. You two find the parents in the basement. That sounded better in my head, I promise. We'll look for clues as to what the monster is, and I can probably put together a profile based on what monster it is and what kind of clues there are. If I find that we're getting more clues that are closer to each other, we'll come back and I'll try to make a deduction based on what I can find. Worst comes to worst, if it's something that we can't handle as a group, we'll check the town for militia, town's guard or something, and we'll come back and deal with the monster as an actual fighting force. Because we should at least attempt to get the kids' parents back. Monster or not, we can at least get the kids' parents back and then, you know, tote them.
And what if
someplace safe.
And what if there's no parents at all? I'm not taking that chance.
Technically, they stand less of a chance together than we do as a three-man searching party. But if it makes you feel any better, tell you what, we'll stay here on the first floor of the foyer and see what clues we can discover from here. If there is a monster, or if the kids are just being dramatic. That way, we can get a proper idea of the situation. Is that a fair deal?
It's not, but I'm not going to be able to sway you anymore because clearly you're not grasping what could happen.
I understand what could happen, but while we're wasting time, these kids could potentially lose their parents. They have a fighting chance to have a full, functional family, something that we as children were not capable of having, and I feel that we owe it to these kids to maybe fix their problem, unlike we were able to fix our own problem.
They're human.
Then it's your funeral.
I'm willing to accept that. Alright. Find the basement. You two, you and Vasu, Dante, split off from us. We'll keep on the first floor. I'm sure you guys can scream loud enough if anything happens.
I am.
Let's go. Sue and Dante have entered the house and we get
Who stays outside, or is everybody entering? Okay.
Okay, so as we walk into the house, are we walking by the kids?
Yes. They were just standing
Okay,
there
so-
lifeless on the front porch.
As
Staring.
Vasu and Dante walk past the children, Vasu activates Eyes of the Grave, which allows me to know the location of any undead within 60 feet of me.
Alright.
trying to see if these kids are dead.
Now, is it spherical? Like, that means up, down, and left, right?
Like second dimensional. So like pretty much if there's any undead like on the ground within 60 feet of me, it's like there's aura around them. I'll be able to tell.
Okay. Alrighty. You sense two beings from the front porch from where you left. As you enter the house, a portcullis slams, covering the front door. And you look back to see where the children have come from.
Well, what are the chances that this will happen the third time? Because we can't go back the way we came. Well, the children are gone. We are trapped inside of a house. At least we have shelter.
As you enter the main hall where the grand staircase is, the inside is completely different than the outside. The wallpaper is not faded. There is not a speck of dust. The furniture is almost brand new. The fireplace is still lit. Overhead the fireplace lies a greatsword with a windmill carved into the top.
That's some good upkeep. Rayner's gonna walk up to, I'm assuming there's like a table or something inside. He's gonna walk up and just run his fingertip against the wood surface.
Not a speck of dust. You hear a loud squeaks around your fingertips and falls into.
Maybe they have a maid.
Just witnessed.
I am fairly certain ghosts don't clean. I've never met a monster that does clean. Oh, the smell. I'm gonna approach the door, or call it. I want to see if there was any kind of trap that we sprung on it. Why it was that sort. Yes. Actually, it's an intelligence. That is a 17.
As you step toward the portcullis, you hear loud noises below your feet.
I lift my foot up.
Plate in the ground that rises from flush with the floor.
Well, I owe Inna dinner because she was right. This is a trap.
Oh, no one listens to the crazy lady anymore.
It wasn't that I wasn't listening. No.
But I was right.
You were right. I just wanted to help somebody for a change.
Considering the place, what literally happened the moment we entered this town, how
But
everything...
you still... You won't tell me about what you saw because you said it didn't matter. So how am I
That
supposed to
doesn't
take
help
you
them.
seriously?
That doesn't help that the force literally changed us.
One of the children. Is there a way to lift this up?
Got it.
And you didn't.
There's a lever.
Well,
Okay, they'll get out. She says to the younger sibling.
someone's got faith in us. Yay!
You're really taking faith from them.
Daddy was a paranoid man.
You, him and me both. But not paranoid. Apparently. Well, let's find the kitchen. That's what the kids want us to do. I think our kitchen might be a good place to stop, rather than the basement. So, all in favor of going to the kitchen or sitting in the foyer until we starve to death?
Well-stocked kitchen. Between the foyer. It has a small hall.
I am not trusting that.
Voice down the hall can say, behind the pantry. Hurry, there isn't much time.
Find that very convincing. So
It's a beautifully clean kitchen.
Yes.
Talk about all the amenities. Full and fully stocked.
yes.
There was a fresh pie sitting untouched.
We haven't seen anyone since we've been inside.
Butler did it?
That
Excuse us, Butler does mean.
Rainer's gonna take his Actually, no. He's going to first go and approach the pantry, and he's gonna do an investigation check on the floor, the door frame itself, to see if there are any other, nifty little tricks or traps. That was a good 20.
So, you do not find any doors.
No traps.
And no traps. You find a lever and a small niche in the wall with two segmented doors about 2 feet by 2 feet. About chest level next to the pantry.
Like a dumbwaiter?
Yes, a pair of ropes sit next to it.
There's a dumbwaiter, guys. I'm gonna pull the aforementioned lever first off to see if it'll raise the portcullis in the foyer.
You hear a loud
Well,
echo through the foyer.
the spooky kids weren't wrong. Maybe we're the bad guys. Maybe the house is the bad guy.
Not surprisingly, it is totally.
What really talking about?
So that brings me to my next thing. Who's gonna hoist me up in the dumbwaiter to go upstairs? Well, either or. I have a theory on the text. I don't trust the stairs. I mean, if the front door is booby trapped, what's stopping? Who would booby trap the dumb? Looking at the dumbwaiter. Okay, valid point. Raina's gonna walk back into the kitchen, pick up the fresh pie, set it in the dumbwaiter, and just raise the dumbwaiter up.
The first pie then just elevates to the second floor.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's just gonna let the rope slide back down. Pie still there? Okay, never mind. Good idea. Glad I didn't do that. Not entirely convinced the stairs are the safest option either, but okay. Actually, no, I have another idea. And what do you think we should do since we're here?
Oh, now you're asking for my advice.
I could not do my own plan, and that involves me climbing into that dumbwaiter that I already ruled out as kind of suspicious.
Out of nowhere, a voice can be heard behind you. Are you finding everything alright? The two children, then hand in hand, stand directly at the doorway of the kitchen. Not a footstep,
Sound.
We're kids.
And children who use their
Do you even
Do we not
know
remember-
that they're children?
Motion state. Do we not?
She's not a child.
No, she's a grown-ass adult, but she managed to disappear in the middle of the street.
She's not a child.
What? What? Well, the porthole was lifted.
No, back when we were saying
Well, not all of them. I was a pretty quiet kid. Goes to the books. And Inafy is a grown-ass adult, louder than kids, who disappeared in the middle of the street in broad daylight.
You're way smarter than all of you guys for even wanting to help these kids.
You know what? We're doing our best in this situation.
I think the best situation here is to try and figure out a way to get out of here more than just explore this place.
We're kind of trying to do both. Do both, right?
Not
I mean,
really.
yes, we can do both, but motioning toward the kids. Vasu, you got bird eyes. What do you get from the kids?
Zach, are they glowing?
Are they glowing?
They're not.
So they're just kids, right?
Doubtful.
That is not helpful.
That is vague and unconvincing. That's a
Vasu walks up to the older child and reaches out to touch it. Do I make contact?
Yes, you make contact with the children.
So like, hand doesn't go through. Hand
Yeah.
rests on. Okay. Oh, that's all I got.
So it's a kid.
Give me a strength saving throw. Or a dexterity
Who,
saving
me?
throw. Yes. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
18.
You fall into a roll as you barrel through the two children who are now, as you look up, are elevating off the floor by an inch. They were never touching the ground.
Not regular kids.
Well, no, they're not regular kids. We touched them and now they're glowing, so they're not. Okay. Okay. We can do this. Does anyone have silver coins?
I do have silver coins.
Hand them here.
Hands him 2 silver coins.
I'm gonna take off my boot, take off my sock, and put the silver coins in the sock. I'm gonna tie the end of it.
I think for what you're
Okay,
trying,
yeah.
the silver has to be the thing that needs contact with the sock.
Well, okay, well, my crossbow, certainly I'm doing some strands in my sock and tying the silver coins to the crossbow heads.
Echo, a howl, scream, billows through the rooms of the house. Okay. We should continue here.
You kids are floating. I don't think that noise is the worst of your problem right now.
You see them just elevate and go through the ceiling.
I'm gonna put my sock back on and then my boot. Just okay, we're gonna ignore that. So we have floating kids that can physically be touched by people,
Yet still go through solid
yet
stages.
still phase through solid objects.
Everything is a booby trap.
Even the kids are booby traps. So I'm gonna vote we listen to Inafi for right now and get out.
Yes.
Unless, there's object of care for ghost kids.
I see.
What the fuck does that
We
mean?
go.
Okay, let's leave. Just make sure to avoid the pressure plate on the door.
Yeah. Avoiding the pressure
Yeah.
plate on the door. Got
So
it.
we're gonna go back to the foyer.
As you go back to the foyer, the two kids are now standing outside the door once again.
Well,
The smaller child crying.
well, that's out of the option.
That's guilt.
Uh-huh.
That's a guilty conscience. Oh man. Okay.
I don't think there's any not helping them.
Let alone actually getting out.
I mean,
I don't know. Probably leave, but I don't think our.
we'll probably get haunted.
Yeah.
Wrong.
I don't want any ghost kids following around until you catch a case.
Are we still really talking about this right now?
Well, we either go through the ghost kids that, can float through solid objects, or we, help them
Are
eternally
you
rest.
still wanting to help them?
And if you, sweetheart, honey, love of
They
my life,
tricked us.
ember of my soul, we either do not help these children and potentially face a far worse fate
You know
than
what?
whatever, happened to them.
I'll take one for the team. I will go ahead and see what happens if I walk through them. All right?
You can't walk through them. Vasu just touched them.
Then I will try and go around them.
You're
I have
blocking the
to.
door.
I will move them myself.
By all means, Zinnifi.
I'll take one for the team. Because clearly you still want to keep talking about this.
We should probably go find the basement then.
You and Vasu, best of luck. We'll handle the
Yeah.
We'll scream
Tots.
if we need you.
By all means.
So, Dante and I assume Vasu following are going to go look for the door to the basement.
Alrighty, give me an investigation check. Both of you.
That is
I
the-
think we should bring one more person.
I stand a better chance with Zinnifi. You go.
Alright, so Gregor's gonna end up going with the
religious men.
the religious cult.
For investigation check for Dante is a dirty 21.
And I rolled a 10.
Alrighty. So you got a dirty 21?
Yes.
Alright. As you go through the various rooms in this house, a piano room, the kitchen, walking in and out, you can hear the sounds of screams coming almost through the walls.
I'm going to assume that way. So we're going to do the not smart thing. We're going to go towards the screams.
You find yourself then walking up the stairs as the screams echo, billowing down the stairs. You can either go to a door to your left as you're met in a sitting room with 4 standing knights. Armor. Standing at the 4 corners of the room. One to your a pair of double doors to your left and a pair of double doors to your right.
Sorry, I got hiccups.
Gregor going through the hell house.
Oh, I've got the hiccups.
Sorry, I got the hiccups.
Double doors, are they considered total cover?
It's just a pair of push double doors.
Like the ones in saloons.
Mm-hmm.
So now.
Well, not saloons.
Oh, like
more
the-
so like
The full ones like in restaurant kitchens?
yes, in restaurant kitchens. No. Doors can also be broken down.
Yes. I'm going to use Divine Sense to detect or detect the location of any celestial fiend or undead within the feet.
Okay.
See if there's anything around us.
Um, you feel a presence coming to the right, through the pair of double doors.
Good or evil?
It's good.
All right. I say we go to the doors on the right.
Agreed.
So Dante, leading the way, is going to go open the double doors to the right.
As you open the double doors on the right, you are met by a library, fully stocked. Red velvet drapes cover the windows of this room. An exquisite mahogany desk and matching high-back chair face the entrance of a fireplace, above which hangs a framed picture of a windmill perched atop a rocky crag. Situated in corners of the room are two overstuffed chairs. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the south wall. A rolling wooden ladder allows you to move more easily to reach the high shelves. There is not an inch of dust on anything in this room, and the fire is
Vastu
lit.
immediately wants to go and check out all the books.
Alrighty.
Not touching them, just looking.
Okay. The books have various names. Some just say names of various people. A lot of them say names of various people. And some have ominous names, like the pie and the krill. Some of them make no sense at all.
And some are any of the names of people?
A long, long line of names with some similar birth names. So almost Romanian in style. Just various names line up and down these bookshelves.
Dante's going to take one of the books with the names on it and open it.
It's blank.
That doesn't make any sense. Let's try another one.
It's also blank.
They are all blank. Don't tell me this is a library full of blank books. I'm gonna try one of the books that has a title that makes no sense.
Okay. You find a history of Barovian war. Long, beautifully crafted pictures and murals just cover this book of long forgotten battles and wars. All written in a language you don't understand.
Clearly, it's a nice, rich history. This one for later.
And then as you look through the other books, there's first works of fiction, poetry, any topic you can think of on the lower shelves without the names on it.
Sue grabs a poetry book.
It says, "My life, the curse." As you read through, it's
Go ahead and
mostly
thumb through it real quick. Yeah.
As you thumb through the book, flipping through various pages and skimming, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Dirty 20.
You notice that the book is the darkest work of poetry you have ever seen.
Dante is standing over Vasu's shoulder and looking at it with him.
The man who wrote this obviously was very sad. There's one poem called I Am Alone, and it's literally just in stanzas. I am alone. I am alone. I am alone. I am alone. Continuing on for 3 pages.
Can we tell how old this book is?
It looks pristine, brand new, untouched. And as you flip to the back page of the book, there's a smear of a brown dried liquid.
Do you think that is what I think it is, Vasu? Because I think I know what that is.
Kind of give it a smell.
It smells of old iron.
And it's not blood.
Okay, then it's not what I thought it was.
Oh no, as you smell it, it's blood.
Oh. Yeah, it's copper.
It smelled like pennies, is what I meant to say.
Yeah. It's blood.
Why'd you say it so cheerfully? After reading this.
Some of the most
Now-
beautiful people are the saddest.
Dante, give me a Constitution saving throw. That now that you've read the poetry.
Well, Dante only got an 18, so.
You are unaffected by its words, other than you knew that its writer is a very sad individual.
We should probably keep going. I have a book here about some warfare that I can't read.
Well, first, Vasu goes ahead and closes the dark poetry book and satchels it. I want to keep it.
All right.
And then, do I notice like the language? Do I know it?
No, you do not.
Okay.
We'll keep this for later. We'll figure it out.
All right.
We should probably try to keep going. See what else is in this
Agreed.
Massive library.
Yeah.
Vasu's feathers kind of puff up a little bit. He likes books.
As you continue on, you find yourself at the desk where you can find an oil lamp, parchment, wax stamps, stamp candles, a lot of various parchment making essentials. And you find 2 drawers, one on each end of the desk.
You can take one drawer and I'll take the other. How about that? He looks at Vasil.
All right, could you explain the room again? I got all like lightheaded when I heard parchment.
It is a large library with a single fireplace, 2 overstuffed chairs of literature, and overstuffed shelves of literature. There's a single wooden desk standing in the middle, and behind that, facing the fireplace, is a tall back chair. The desk is covered in parchment making essentials, so I'm thinking of ink casts, quills, parchment, waxing stamps, wax stamping materials, the works essentially.
All right, so we open in these drawers.
You can take one, I'll take the other.
All right, well, before we open the drawer, Vasu casts guidance on Dante, which allows him to roll an additional d4 and add it to an ability check.
All right.
He's looking out for me. He loves me. I love you too, buddy.
Not because it's only you're the only one who can birdseed.
No.
Feathers kind of
As you
puff
two
up.
check,
We going on the count of three?
as you two check the desk, you find a key, Vasu. Your drawer is empty. A single skeletal key sitting neatly in the drawer.
Immediately pick the key up.
Alrighty.
This one's empty.
I found a key. Maybe it opens up the front door.
It's worth a shot.
Now we'll return back
Is there
to our other.
any? Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
We will return back to you guys in the library in a moment.
Okay.
Gregor,
Sorry.
Rainer, Niffy,
Yes.
you were in the foyer trying to leave past the children, correct?
Yes. Rainer is just standing there watching as NFE tries to bully these children. These preteens.
Okay. Niffy, give me a dexterity check.
Okay. $18.
You gently step over the booby-trapped single stone pallet on the ground, and you walk out the door towards the children. She bumps into them, knocking the small child on the ground. He then begins crying, and Rose then puts her finger to your chest and says, "Who do you think you are? We ask for your help, and you treat us like this?" The small boy begins to cry.
Oh, God.
Grow up!
Who do I think I am?
Being sarcastic to the king.
Who do I think I am? You're the ones who
She?
tricked us.
They didn't trick us. They said they didn't remember it until it was too late. That happens to people, regardless of whether or not they're, well, specters of children.
But you
Not
never
making
took. What if someone else? Okay. Have you ever thought about how many people that they've tried to rope in?
Well, how many travelers? He's gonna pick up this small boy, like dust him off. What's your name, little one?
My name's Thor.
Thorn? Well, Thorn, how many travelers do you see come through here?
You're the first ones I've seen in a while.
How long is a while?
Rose then turns to her little brother. About 300 years.
Okay, well, that's a thing and a half.
They never get this far.
What do you mean they never get this far? They don't come inside? Or they don't survive long enough?
They don't help.
So they don't.
They let our parents die.
Right.
They become one with the mist.
The mist. Is there anything else in this house that we should be wary of besides the monster? Any more traps like the pressure plate at the door?
Give me a charisma check. Disadvantage because your friend barreled through it.
That's fine. I was going to make it anyways. 7.
That's the only one we remember.
Can I make an insight check to see if they're fucking lying after Inafi tore through those kids?
Yeah.
Got advantage.
19.
The older sister seems to be dodging the question.
Listen, I'm going to focus my attention on Rose. You said that we're the furthest ones to make it this far, and we're actually willing to help you. Excusing my friend here, he's going to motion toward Inafi with his hand as he crouches down, kid level. We need to know if there's anything to be careful of in the house if we're actually going to help you.
Be careful, third floor.
The third floor? What's on the third floor? He's going to pull out his journal.
The smaller child, Thorn, who had dressed himself earlier, hugs the doll tightly. That's the attic.
It's the attic. Okay. What's in the attic?
Don't touch our toys.
Don't touch your toys.
Unless you want to play with us.
Okay. Is that a threat or is that actual, oh. He's gonna make vague, toy hand motions at the kids.
No, you can play with us.
Right.
And then Rose sticks her thumb to her chest and says, "But I'm in charge."
Okay. I'm gonna turn, pivot on my heels to look up at Inafi. Okay. So, we have some rather important information to relate to our friends. Do you want to sit here and babysit, or would you rather come with me?
The lesser of two evils is to go with you. But I wouldn't mind trying to barrel past one more time and try and see if I can go outside.
Well, you already made it outside. I'd rather you not aggravate the children further. Especially when they can fly. So, why don't we go find Dante, Gregor, and Vasu and tell them the information? That way, nothing bad happens to them, okay?
Oh, okay.
Alright.
I'll go with you then.
Rainer's gonna stand up, dust himself off, just curtsy by the kids, just, excuse me, pardon me, coming through, just moving back into the house. Before holding out a hand for Inafi to, tag along. And they're gonna go upstairs to find their compatriots. And the rest of the party.
As you venture upstairs in the library, as you, Vasu, Dante, were going through the library, you find Vasu finds that there's one book that just completely, the spine of it is completely blank, directly in the middle of one of the bookshelves.
Go over to the book and look, without touching, look at it. Anything
just a
else other
red-
than its spine is blank?
Yes, it's a solid red book with a blank spine.
What hue of red?
Just maroon. Like a dark maroon.
Okay. Grab the book slowly.
As you grab the book slowly, it doesn't slide, but tips. As you hear the sounds of mechanisms being initiated into the wall, you hear a popping sound as dust flows out behind one of the bookshelves. The bookshelf then pushes itself forward, and you hear an eerie crack as a dark room can be seen behind it.
Shrugged.
There definitely is a butler. I know what a butler's work looks like. This is it.
We're also in a house where kids can float and pack through the walls.
I know what a butler's work looks like. This is it. He's gonna be mad that we got dust all over his shelves. I'll tell you that.
So, do you venture into the dark room?
Should we go into the dark room? Vasu?
Vestu's already headed into it.
Okay, well that answers the question. You follow on after the bird.
The room begins to light up as the bookshelf is pushed out of the way. It just swings on its hinges and creaks. As you walk in, two straw beds, poorly crafted with straw-stuffed mattresses, can be seen with 2 foot lockers and a tiny button next to a dumbwaiter.
Oh no.
That's-
We saw the pie thing, right?
There's no pie in there.
No, like we were there for the pie event, right?
Yes, you were there for the pie event, but the pie is not there.
Something here ate a pie.
Yeah. Done introductions.
Glad I didn't go in. Have to stand there and make sure, so just in case this bookshelf actually closes on them, I can tell you open it up.
And next to the dumbwaiter is a single red button.
Who's gonna press the button? Me or you?
Vasu already presses the button.
As you press the button, Reiner, as before you walk up the stairs, you hear a little ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling from the kitchen. A bell.
Enifi, we didn't order room service, did we?
Haha, very funny.
I'm under a lot of stress, and comedy is my way of coping.
Vasu and Gregor and Dante cannot hear the bell.
Do it again, nothing.
They're just pushing the button aimlessly.
A whole bunch of times repetitively, like tap 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 tap.
The bell's ringing violently in the kitchen now.
Enifi.
Hmm?
I have an idea. That's probably them upstairs. I have an idea.
I'm done.
All right, Enifi, I have an idea. I tell you what. When next time we go to the marketplace, anything you want, you see, I'll buy it for you. But I just need you to do this one thing for me.
What are you gonna do?
I need you to sit in the dumbwaiter and scare them when I lift you up to the second floor.
Are you kidding me?
Not in the slightest. It'll be great.
I want more than just one thing in the marketplace.
2 things in the next marketplace.
5 things.
3, take it or leave it.
4.
3.
4.
3.5.
I'll take it.
Deal. All right, get in the dumbwaiter.
I hate you.
He's gonna drag it into the kitchen and just hoist her up into the dumbwaiter before just.
This was supposed to be a trap. Nothing's happening.
Now, as soon as the dumbwaiter is being lifted, you hear the creaking of pulleys through the door. Like,
Vasu, I think we fucked up.
Backs up.
and as you're pulling the rope, you hear a snap.
Oh shit!
And you just see a Neffy scream as she's barreling down to the basement. Just
Can I make a sleight of hand check?
you hear a scream echo through the dumbwaiter tunnel.
Can I make a sleight of hand check?
No, it would be a dexterity saving throw
I'll do
to
that.
grab it.
I'm gonna jam my halberd into it.
Okay.
Oh. 15.
15?
Mhm.
It doesn't slow down.
So it just
The
piles.
ropes have broken.
I know.
leaving
I'm
a
not trying to
single
slow it down.
rope.
I'm stabbing my halberd into the door
Oh,
to
okay.
stop the cart.
How much do you weigh, Neffy? No, she breaks before you even get far. So she's lifted like 5 inches and then just
Oh, okay. That's not the way you
barrels
made it
down.
sound. You made it sound like she was already up.
No.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh no! Oh fuck! Congrats! You killed a girlfriend.
The
Congrats.
dumbwaiter doors open and Neffy just rolls out and finds herself in a deep, dark, desolate room unlit. It smells of death.
Well, there's rope to climb.
Oh no.
The rope then just piles onto the dumbwaiter.
So it's like a 5x5 space.
It's a 2 foot by 2 foot.
Okay. Raynor's gonna climb through the thing and just box his arms and box his legs and just slide down. Mission Impossible style. Just
Alright, so give me a strength check.
7.
Okay. Something slimy then coats the sides of your arms
Oh.
as you begin to slide down.
And if he move.
No.
You just hear Neffy behind her as she hits the ground, just hears a loud boom, 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 boom. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Neffy.
No.
Oops, wrong die. Okay.
Tasty.
6.
This isn't great. What taste? What'd you get, Blue?
Fucking moth is that?
Blue.
I said
Repeat the number.
6.
6.
Barreling on top of you, Reiner flies out of the dumbwaiter.
She's going to give one hell of a guttural scream.
You then hit with all of your weight. You hit a Neffy into the ground, barreling both of you down a flight of stairs. You're then met into another room.
Okay.
The smell of death penetrates your nostril.
There's now a nippy-sized hole in the ground.
Okay. 5 items to the next
The
marketplace.
Neffy takes 2 hit points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Blue.
Yes?
Go up to Neffy's hit points square in the top right.
Yeah?
Type a 2 into the little box or hit the damage marker. I can't change it because this is a view only. You see the little square under between
Yes,
heal and
yeah.
damage? Yeah, put a 2 in there and then hit damage.
Oh boy. Okay, did it.
Okay, my bad. My bad. Everything else in this house looks good. 5 items at the marketplace
Are
it
you
is.
kidding me?
I said 5.
I want 10 things now.
Yes.
It was originally 3.5. We'll go 5. 6 at tops.
10.
6. I don't have the money for 10.
If she could, she's going to swing at her boyfriend in the dark.
All right. Give me an attack roll.
Oh no, which one is...
You roll your d20, Blue, remember?
Oh, that's right.
It's not lethal damage, right?
No, it's
Oh,
just
no.
swinging at him.
It's just like a little weak, like, punch thing.
We'll find out if it is.
All right, what did you roll, Blue?
11.
No. Even with her +3, no.
She just
Oh, if it
gently
was +3, that's
Yeah, it
14.
still doesn't break the armor class.
she just gently pats her fist up against your shoulder.
He's gonna pick himself up and then pick her up and tow.
Don't touch me. You already hurt me. Don't touch me. I could have died.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. Are
broke
you
your
all right
fall.
at least? What?
Broke your fall.
You did break my fall, so thank you for that. Oh. Are you all right at least?
It hurt. Does it look like I'm all right?
Well, you're standing, so I'm going to assume you're all right and that nothing's broken.
I'm probably standing amongst a lot of bodies from how bad it smells right now.
Well, I can't tell. It's dark in here, and you're the one with dark vision. You tell me what we're standing in.
Fine, I will.
Proceeds to open her eyes. So what if
Proceeds
Innocy
to
sees that?
As you look around, it is pitch black down here. Unless you have dark vision.
She has dark vision.
So Inephi sees a cobblestone floor and bricked up walls, moist and damp. There are jail cells lining the room on two separate walls. And two exits can be seen. There's a single well in the middle.
And there's nothing in here that's going to explode if I light a torch, is there?
No, but I guess we just wound up in prison.
I'll light a torch then. So I'm gonna light a torch.
As you light your torch, you see makeshift cells turned into bedrooms.
I don't think this is a prison, Innocy. I'm gonna
It
approach.
looks-
I mean, I see where you're coming from, but these look more like bedrooms, fashioned out of cells.
Don't go in one. Don't. You already put us in so much danger and
I'm
bad.
not going to. Let's find our way out of here.
As you look around, you can see these rooms, each one by one. It's just a small, moldy wooden bed frame with a disgusting, misplaced, mal-shapen, moldy straw mattress. Each bed has a footlocker at the end of it, and each one is locked by an iron lock.
The locks, are they rusted at all?
Yes, they're rusty.
Well, while we're down here, with my halberd, I'm going to, how wide apart are the bars, or are the bars removed from these bedroom cells?
The doors have been removed and are just leaning up against the sides of the wall.
I'm going to, with my halberd, hook the axe part on one of the footlockers and just drag it out of the room. In case there's another trap.
Okay.
Kids didn't say anything about the basement.
Why are you
so
touching-
you pull these small footlockers out of each room. You want to do all the
Yes.
footlockers? Okay. So you just have them sitting in front of each room.
I'm going to take the handle part of my halberd and just strike the locks.
Okay, give me a strength check.
17.
Does not break.
Does not break. Well then,
It doesn't even jostle. It's so rusted.
Oh, it's just like one piece.
It's
Are these
become
metal
one
lock boxes or
piece.
wooden ones?
They are wooden.
I'm just gonna strike the top then, so I can bust it open. Because I'm assuming the wood is moldy.
Yes, it's rotten.
I'm just gonna strike the top of the lockbox to break it in.
A plume of unknown particles just wisp up into the air and into your mouth and into your face. Smell of mold and rotting wood fills your nostrils.
It smells like Nana's house. I'm gonna crouch down and examine the interior contents of the first lockbox.
You find 11 gold pieces and 60 silver pieces in a pouch made of a strange, leathery tan textile.
Can I do an investigation check to determine whether or not this is flesh?
Yes.
That is a 16, sir.
As you pick up the bag, the single bag in this chest, you flip it around. There's a belly button on one side.
Oh. Huh.
Why are you touching that?
I'm gonna undo the little rope around the top of the coin purse and just grab my coin first and just shink, 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 just shake it, move the contents into mine, and just throw the belly button bag away. Is there anything else in there that I should be aware of?
No.
I'll just repeat the action to each remaining lockbox that I pulled out.
As you continue doing this with each box, you find one with just a single piece of black cloth, 1 foot by 2 feet.
And so just plain black cloth. Has it been cut or torn?
Cut.
Like by good scissors or by like homeless people scissors?
It's just a piece of cut fabric.
Okay. I'm just gonna fold it up and just tuck it away. Is there anything else of note?
So you find a few things as you continue breaking these boxes.
Okay.
You find an ivory hairbrush with silver bristles.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Well, you say I found a piece of black cloth. My fucking D&D Beyond, please. I'm trying. Say there is a silver hairbrush or ivory.
It's a ivory hairbrush with silver bristles.
Okay. Anything else?
You find a silver short sword.
Jesus Christ. Remember, we have a mic up here. I know, but still. I do not see that. That might be a Strahd specific thing. What would I put that under if it's not in the
Just make a regular short sword
Okay.
and then just put in description.
Okay, let me see if I can do that.
I'm trying to look at my homebrew.
Or silvered short sword.
Silvered.
Yeah.
No. Let me that a custom item then. Come on, please, D&D Beyond. Okay, and is that the last item I find?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, with his new short sword, he's gonna tuck it into his belt and just stand up and just. All right, let's get out of here.
After you're done speaking, you hear the sound of chanting down one of the many corridors that enter this room.
Well, Inafi, I think we might want to get out of here.
You clearly pissed someone off with whatever you were touching.
Then let's get out of here instead of bickering about this, yes?
I'm already 5 feet ahead of you.
Then start walking. And he's gonna just kind of like gently nudge her with the blunt end of his, like the handle of his halberd.
As you venture on further down one of the corridors, the chanting gets louder.
Well, we're gonna turn around then and try to go back through that other doorway that you said there was.
Okay.
The opposite one.
You're met by a small flight of stairs that go up to a much smaller room. A single table with 4 chairs stands in the middle.
Chanting was for a cockfight.
So there's nothing else in this room other than
There are a few bedrolls lining the wall, and another pair of stairs adjacent to the entrance you just came from.
Well, I'm assuming if he's gonna follow him up the additional flight of stairs,
Oh, she's gonna be the first one up those stairs.
he's gonna follow her up the stairs.
To your left, you can see a dark room. Written above it, it says Dursk Crypt. And to your right, you can see a spiral staircase that goes up.
Is there a way that she could translate what it's written on the left door?
Oh, it's in common. You can read it.
It's in English, honey.
Oh, no, I wouldn't know. Never mind.
It says Durst Crypt.
Okay. Then she would make the choice to go into the left room.
The crypt?
Mhm.
Several crypts have been hewn from the earth in this room. Each crypt is sealed with a stone slab, unless noted. Oh, with a steel slab. There are precisely 5 crypts in this small room.
Are there any other discernible exits from the crypt?
No, just the one you came from.
And you say that the like little caskets to tombs, are they have they been disturbed?
No.
So they have not been disturbed.
No.
Rayner's gonna gently place his hand on Inafy's shoulder and just
One of them,
has been.
as you investigate the room,
Yes.
you see that one of the crypts is slightly askew, the stone top.
Are there any like placards that say who the crypt belonged to or the tomb?
It says Gustav.
Can I peer into the casket?
As you peer in, there's an empty coffin, a velvet pillow, and velvet sheets line the coffin.
He's gonna look back toward Inafy, and this is probably why everything in this house is a bit wonky. If everything else in the house is in mint condition, why would the dumbwaiter break on us? More specifically, you're light as a feather.
You're not questioning why there's tombs in this house?
Well, not necessarily. This is a pretty nice house. I'm assuming they'd want their dead buried on the land.
Only if
But
you're really creepy.
As you noticeably start looking more around the room
Yes.
after seeing the empty crypt,
Yeah.
you see Thorn, Rose, Elizabeth, Walter, and they're all sealed.
well, here are the crypts belonging to the children. Something brought us down this way. Something severed that rope, I would assume. So we can either head back toward the creepy chanting, or we can sit and wait for a rope to be lowered.
You don't want to go up that flight of stairs?
We did. That's how we got here.
Wasn't there another flight of stairs? There was a left
If-
room and then the right room.
Was there another room?
Yeah,
Yes.
there was another room.
Well, then let's check out that other room and pray that there's a door through it. If not, creepy chanting, here we come.
We're not going to the creepy chanting. We would sit and wait for a rope.
Oh, yes, that's brilliant.
Unless you want to get sacrificed over there.
Well, it's better than sitting and starving to death.
So you choose to go up the spiral
Yes.
staircase.
Yes.
As you go up the spiral staircase, you walk for 3 stories,
Oh, shit.
4 stories, and then you're met by a sealed piece of wood against the cobblestone wall.
Oh, yes, and let's head up the spiral stairs to the floor that the children told us to be careful on.
You can see light peering through cracks in this.
Well, Rainer's going to attempt to. Are there any visible levers or anything on the inside for the wood to move off of?
No.
Rainer's just gonna take his shoulder and just start pushing.
It starts scuffing the floor as it creaks open, and then revealing a room covered in covered furniture. Each piece of furniture is covered in a white sheet. It is decrepit, dark, and dusty in this room. You can see the dust particles in the air as rays of moonlight shine through the boarded up windows.
Rainer's gonna lift up his mask, and then actually he's gonna give his mask to Inafi. He's going to pull out that piece of black cloth from earlier, and he's going to do a bit of a. I want to do an investigation check to see if the cloth has been tampered with, or if there are any substances on it that could, do harm.
The black cloth?
Yes,
There is none.
none. So
No, it is
clean.
just dry. It's clean and dry.
And he's just going to take the black cloth and just tie it around as a bandana.
Back to Gregor, Vasu, and Dante. You heard the barreling scream, and then another barreling object fly down the dumbwaiter as you're in what appears to be a servant's quarters.
What was that?
Probably our friends.
Oh,
So we should
Are we gonna go
probably
down after them?
Yeah, we should probably go down after them. They'd come up after us.
All right, so you all choose to go down the dumbwaiter.
Probably
Now
find,
it's just an empty, solid, hollow tube.
probably find a different way down. I don't think I'm gonna fit through that.
no. I don't think we will.
I don't think.
It is 2 feet by 2 feet.
No.
No.
No. None of us are gonna fit through that. Maybe you, Vasu.
No.
You might fit through it. I'm definitely not gonna
I
fit
just hope
through
you
it.
slide through down through it. You see your of the stone morphing around our bodies.
Well, if they're
You
down
might
there, then they may be in trouble, and the healer should probably be down there with them.
All right. So, do you want to go down, and Gregor and I find another way down, or do the three of us stay together and find another way down?
Your call.
Why are you making this my call?
I trust your judgment.
All right, we'll turn to the third one. What do you think?
The one staying outside the door.
Do we stay together, or do we try to fit through the dumbwaiter?
Well, I'd recommend us finding a different way down. Especially if you run into anything wolf, but they might move or you count that they.
So my question again is: do we stay together, the
No, see,
three of
that's
us,
what he was saying.
or have one go down?
That's what I was saying. I was saying all three of us stay together.
Okay then. We have a verdict. We all stay together. Let's find our way down.
Because for all we know, they could be fine, but we run into something worse.
So you exit the same way you came through the library. Now you have the door to your right, or straight in front of you, and a staircase to your left going back down to the foyer.
Well, they went down, so I assume we should also go down. Just be ready for whatever's around the corner.
After you.
So, with the greatsword in hand, we're going to go back that way we came.
I was gonna say he never put away his quarterstaff. So yeah, he's also going down. Like her way down below to the deepest pits.
All right, so everybody give me an investigation check.
Damn it. 9.
15.
17.
17. So do you choose to break off, look for a way down to the basement alone, or do you want to stay as a group?
I'd say we stay as a group.
We're staying as a group.
Okay. So do you want to go right back into the kitchen or left into the door you haven't gone into in the foyer yet?
Cautiously check the door that we haven't opened.
By all means.
As you open this door, you're met by what looks to be a hunting den.
Ooh.
Various animal heads hang throughout the walls. Many treasures, hunting treasures, can be seen. Various weapons walled and put on. What are those? The shields that they base weapons onto?
Mouse?
Yes, mounts. A lot of mounted weapons. They're unusable, is what it appears. The fire is still going. There's a single chair pointed towards the fire, covered in furs like Gaston's chair from his tavern.
Well, I don't think this is gonna lead us downstairs.
No. So we're gonna go back to the kitchen.
Just a moment. As you're creaking through that main den, you notice a trapdoor in the corner of the room, shifting where a rug is kind of seeping into it.
I point that out to my other two patrons.
And as you point it out, and the other two, Vasu and Dante, look over, it is gone.
Like as soon as they look over at it, or
Yes.
So we don't see it in the first place.
Yes, Dante and Vasu do not see it. Your friend appears to look crazy, as there is just a perfectly leveled wooden floor in the corner of the room.
Well, given the track record of this place, it's probably not hard to believe.
Are you the only one that saw it? You could pick up the rug and see if it's actually there.
So many of the quarterstaff to move the rug.
You move the rug?
What's the quarterstaff?
It's just a floor.
We're just gonna avoid the area that the rug was in. We'll take your word for it. We'll just take your word for it, and we will avoid this very specific area and continue on.
Alright, so like we're heading back into the kitchen.
As you head back into the kitchen, all the food is still there, perfectly prepared. Nothing seems to be different at all.
Many other ways down.
You do not see any visible doors.
You tell me I'm gonna have to try to fit through this. My shoulders are wider than this.
I think always trying to make it work.
You see a crease in the wallpaper inside the kitchen, next to the dumbwaiter.
Potentially, there might be a door. Pointing to the crease in the door, crease in the wallpaper.
See that?
Yes, Vasu and Dante can now see the crease in the wallpaper.
Dante's gonna walk up and take the dagger and just trace along the crease and then pull that wallpaper out.
All you hear is, and you rip it off, and there's a door there.
Oh, look, a door.
Completely hidden.
Totally not booby trap.
Dude, the butler's gonna be so mad. Sees that I've now torn his wallpaper and covered his.
Wait, why were they trying to
Bookshelves
hide the door
and
to the
dust.
basement?
Bold of you to assume this is a door to the basement.
Basically, why were they trying to hide the door?
Secret room? Are you telling me you've never lived in a place with a secret room with a hidden door? That's just hidden to be hidden? I'm gonna take that pause as a no. The door up, does it have a latch on it, or can you just push it open?
There is a indent where 2 fingers are big enough to fit through, where you can pull it open.
Going to do so carefully.
It's a pantry,
See?
completely stocked.
Hidden room for no reason
Another
other than it's a
pantry.
hidden room.
A pantry within a pantry.
You never heard.
The Dumb Raider's in the pantry.
I'm gonna, again,
That's not in character. That's why I'm talking like this, now with like I have tusks.
okay, well, maybe specify that, but anyway. Yeah, hidden room. Just a hidden room to be hidden. Is there any anything out of place, or does there anything look to be out of place as I look around the hidden pantry?
No, there's just various herbs and spices.
Obviously, the butler doesn't want this room to be found.
They live in our spices. They're pissed.
No. There's still another room in the foyer you haven't been.
Well, there's one more shot.
Alright. So we're gonna go check that door then.
Butler's gonna be so mad.
You're gonna be pissed.
He's gonna be so mad.
Like Zoin's dear. He's gonna be pissed.
This was a hidden pantry too.
You open it,
Within the
and it
main
reveals a
pantry.
closet.
Wow.
I told you it's 11 herbs and spices.
Like, is there any
I
hatches
hate this. This is like a fun house,
in
and I
that
hate this.
in the closet?
In the closet just hangs a few black cloaks. You feel the walls of the closet. There's no creases. It's just a solid
No, I'm
room.
talking about floor.
No.
So again, I'm gonna have to shove my shoulders that are wider than this opening into there and go down. I'm gonna get stuck in there.
No, the house is fucked up on purpose.
Yes.
It's so
I know.
the house is so confusing.
Obviously, I'm not gonna fit through there, so you two are gonna have to figure that out.
Dislocating shoulders. Be a
Good.
man.
Appearing again behind you, the 2 children stand in the doorway.
Is there another way down that's not a 2-foot opening?
The little boy with the doll stares at you. What's the opposite of down?
I like that question. I find that terrifying, to say the least.
You have to go. Something has to go up before it goes down.
That's even worse. That's an even worse answer.
Vasu just. Hmm.
I don't know why I imagine fucking Vasu doing the fucking. Hey yo, thanks Socrates, but it's a fucking cookie. Thanks Socrates, it's a fucking dumbwaiter.
I love that. Terrifying. Fun. That's not even vague and unconvincing.
It's vague.
It's just terrifying. I don't like this story. I don't like this story.
Is it coming from you, Tony the player, or Dante the character?
Yes.
Yes.
So what does Vasu do, Bobby?
All right, I have an idea. He kind of stomps his foot on the ground. What's the floor made out of?
Solid oak.
By stomping on it, can I like kind of gauge how thick it is?
It sits up. It's very solid. You feel, and
So it
still,
doesn't
feels
like
it's
make a
sitting
noise
on-
when I stomp on it.
It makes a light creaking sound.
A creaking sound. Okay, hear me out. We burn a hole through the floor.
That'll make Daddy very angry.
Why are we burn holes in the floor? I could possibly burn the house down on top of
Don't burn our house down.
Okay. We're not gonna burn anything. Just like crouching down to the children's level. We're not gonna burn anything. Just
Has it already been that long already?
we're not gonna burn anything. Just give us a minute to come up with.
Oh, it's torn.
You have any other ideas, Basu, instead of, burning a hole in the floor?
It seems like dumbwaiter might be the only option.
And I'm not gonna think of that. I've made that risk. Are your shoulders close to Are your shoulders too big?
Some butter.
Honestly, it's the best idea. So,
No, not at all. Not at all.
Get the butter.
Margarine, it's not even butter.
Oil, anything slick.
Just look at it. Alright. There we go. There you go.
The butter.
This went from horror to parody real fast.
This went from fucking like Bram Stoker's The Monty Python in 3 seconds. All because 2 giant badasses can't make it into a 2x2 hole.
I'm not just no.
It's on her for a second.
Stairs. As if somebody's walking along the floor.
Ruby was upstairs. Maybe it's the butler.
I was just about to say that.
Have you not? The kitchen is a dead giveaway if there is a butler.
Just go over to the kid who was literally thrown through walls and
Alright, so we need to go to the dumbwaiter, which is in the kitchen, whereas also the butter is.
You are really set on putting butter all over me, aren't you? That means you're getting buttered too.
No, that means they're going to have a way to go down to the place where there's fucking
We're not.
No, that's what she
He's really set on it. You can tell that with him.
Birdman likes butter.
Can we still grab the butter?
Never know.
Vasu grabs 3 sticks of butter.
Why are
Totally
you,
adding
why
that to my inventory.
I can make it a custom item just like I made the elf candy.
I made that a custom item. Yes.
Yes, you can add the butter to your inventory. You get 3 sticks of unsalted butter.
Ooh, unsalted.
Now I don't want it.
You only use unsalted for bacon. That is it.
These people obviously don't have good taste.
I told you, people use margarine instead of butter. That kind of people. Not the way I use it.
Oh my god. His face scrunches up as you say that. Why do I imagine you stole this?
Alright, so somebody mentioned an attic.
Hell of a boss.
Alright, well,
Well,
Yeah, we're gonna have to go to the attic. They did say going up means going down.
fine, we use
Just
the
don't
butter
touch any
plan.
fucking toys.
We use the butter plan as the last resort.
what did you say, Masu?
I said don't touch any fucking toys. They said that earlier.
What?
So what were you saying, Masu?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, you said don't touch any toys.
Yeah, they said that. Don't play with the toys.
So then the party heads upstairs. 3 downstairs. The 2 children do not dare go upstairs. As you walk, they were walking with you. And now they stand there, eerily staring at you as you go up the stairs. Be careful. You head back up to the stairs. You find the two sets of armor. There are 2 empty pedestals where the armor once stood.
Oh no.
Sense coming from the left side door, the one you have not done it yet. An evil lurking within the doors.
Wait, so there's another door that we haven't used?
Yes, across from the library. But the stairs also go up to a 3rd floor that you have not done. That staircase is across the hall.
I say we don't really go up.
Right, we need to get reunited with our other party members.
Exactly. So we should go.
As you walk up the stairs, you find yourself seeing another empty pedestal with 3 doors. One in the front, one to the right, and one to the left. Yes. The entire house is filled with evil. As you go further into the house, your divine sense is almost blinded by the fact you are surrounded by a complete, utter feeling of dread and evil.
Like as we're going up? Or no,
Yes.
wait. Okay, yeah. So we continue?
As you continue to the last room, where the staircase ends, there are 3 more doors. One facing it, one to the left, one to the right. You're blinded. The entire house feels it. With every step you take.
I think the druid should man this part.
They're not yours. Okay, give me a proof. Are you just checking the one door, or are you checking all 3? Okay. Just give me a solid roll.
I can also open all 3 of the doors without touching them, just as a reminder.
That would be nice.
As Gregor is reaching for the door handle, oh, by the way.
I'm not going to open the door. Open the door and don't touch the door.
Alright.
Vasu, all
Right,
3
every-
doors open at once, revealing just an empty room. The rooms are shrouded in darkness. Dust billows out of 3 doors. No, dark vision means to your left seems there's a single bed in a very bland room compared to the others. These rooms are dark, decrepit, musty. The smell coming out of them is of mold and decay. The first room you see, like I said, is a single bed with a stained, musty mattress with 2 end tables covered in dust and cobwebs. The other room seems to be the master bedroom, much more elegant, but just as decrepit as the others.
Okay, so the master bedroom probably has a way to go down.
And then the other room is a single chamber pot on a rotted wood basin. The smell of defecation fills the room. Flies buzz out. A billowing swarm of gnats just fills the room from the chamber pot.
Let's try the master bedroom.
Good, so you don't need to
As you enter the master bedroom, burgundy drapes cover the windows. They're all boarded up. There's a vanity with a single mirror shattered. The glass pieces lay on the floor and on top of the vanity itself. A single jewelry box can be seen directly in the middle, covered in a layer of thick dust. A rotted tiger skin rug is seen on the bed, the master bed, also stained and musty.
So much for a butler.
An end table next to the bed is a single porcelain bowl cracked, with a single rotted cloth sticking out of it and a jug to match. There is a single door in the master bedroom.
Open it using thaumaturgy without touching it.
More dust billows out, and you're just left as moths fly and flutter around the room. Decrepit clothes laying in their hangers, some fallen on the ground, covered in stains and disrepair. Really to be a musty old closet.
Could be something in the closet.
As you feel up and down the walls, your hands are covered in soot and dust. There is nothing in the closet.
Is it? There. I don't know if like it's like helps you if there's like a door and like go to the attic or anything like that.
No.
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 If the way
Ceiling.
down is in the bathroom, I'm gonna be upset.
Way down. Definitely not.
Never mind.
A gust of wind billows into the room past the room made burgundy drapes. They fly open, revealing a door leading to a balcony that you did not see before.
Ooh.
That's convenient for that placement. Alright.
Nice.
Alright, so you're going to the balcony? You can see it overlooking through, as all of you, before any of you go out to the balcony. You can see it opens up. You can see the hills and the wilderness. And the moon is now not overcast, shining brightly through the room.
So there's like a porch or something out there?
Yes, it's just a balcony, empty, with a single wooden chair missing a leg tilted against one of the balcony stone buttresses.
I guess I go out onto the balcony.
Alright.
You're the one who fly if it falls.
My thoughts exactly.
The balcony seems to be very sturdy. It is roofless, leading to another window above it. Vasu, as you look out and gaze upon the balcony. The window is boarded up. The shutters are locked.
Alright, so I let Dante and Gregor know about that.
It is right above the map.
We could burn a hole.
Sue, we're not burning holes in the fucking house.
Time is ticking, and we still haven't seen hide nor hair of our fellow compatriots.
I'm aware of that. but if we burn the house down, we really will see them.
I'd say burn it down. Just a whole controlled fire.
Well,
I really don't think
All
it's
right.
a good idea.
Alright, I won't bring it up again.
Anything in the ceiling or the walls of the master bedroom, not in the closet.
No.
Why don't we try the servant room? Because I absolutely refuse to go into that bathroom. I can smell it from here, and I'm not having a good time about it. So why don't we try the servant room?
alright.
There's bound to be servant stairs.
So we're gonna go check the surface.
As you head across the way, past the bathroom, into what appeared to be another servant's quarters.
Bound to be servants.
Everybody's entering the servants.
$13.
The record of the box.
What'd you get? As you enter the nursemaid's quarters, you see an area in the wall that is not as covered in columns as the others.
Is it covered with walls?
Yes.
Dante's gonna take the dagger and pull it off the faces again. I don't know what they were.
Okay. And before you go there, you realize the wallpaper has already been cut. So you look it off and reveal another door with 2 fingers worth of head into. And as you peer in, you see a pair of stairs going up. Then you hear the sound of echo back inside. Walter, you hear an echoey voice call out. Walter, where are you?
So we go. So how are we gonna go?
Before you enter the room, the door slams shut. Every door slams shut. Dust begins to billow in a circle around the room, causing the oil lamps to fall over that were unlit in this room. I'm here to take the child. You hear an echoey, ominous voice heard echoing through the room.
No, we're taking a child.
In the ceiling above you, you can see manifesting a wispy white and green specter appear before you. An old lady reaching out. No, she's just reaching out towards you. And then a single crib in the corner of the room that you had not seen prior starts to rock. The sound of a baby crying can be heard.
No one's here to take a child.
Your calls for non-violence are unheard. As then she turns into an old woman, into a skeletal, nasty, decrepit version of herself. Her teeth begin to fall out, and parts of her skin begin to shred off. Almost as if she was caught in a fire.
This is why we use fire.
Staring at Vasu, she says, "You tried to burn down my master's house. and now I will burn you alive. Roll initiative.
Oh no.
Oh yeah! A decrepit skeleton.
Well, 8.
Hey, looking around the fucking manor. Before the road was slamming shut. You hear the sounds of screaming.
I'm gonna nap.
Looking at enemies as well.
Alright, time to beat this shit out of you.
They lost us, lost her. No. If it happens, it has to go through. No fucking pushes from that. I don't know what the noise was, but you and me both know. No mercy. I know that look. I've seen that look. I've made that look. But it was part of me. Yes. I'm glad.
Is that by the phone?
The baby screams to be heard in the room. As the crib shakes violently, ever so more, the angrier this woman, the specter of the woman gets. She stares at the Sioux.
Anytime would be a nice time to drop it.
She reaches her hand out to the Sioux. Her skeleton-like fingers extending. Make a Constitution saving throw. This
Alright, we all rolled initiative there, right?
yes.
Save.
Shit. 8.
Vasu, no!
Vesu, yes! Vesu, some of your feathers on one of your arms begins to rot away. Them falling out and falling to the floor. You take 9 points of necrotic damage.
Alright.
Pain shoots through your arm as you begin to get feelings of almost like leprosy, as splotches on your skin, on your arm, and your wing begin to just erode away.
Ow.
Ow. And it is now your turn, Vic.
Alright, so I guess
Shut up! Alright. out of your hands, an icy rain falls on this specter. It begins to slow down, and it screams violently, shrieking. It appears to have slightly as ice forms around the specter's shape and then falls and burst on the ground into small ice shards. You still have your movement, Gregor.
Okay. Also has a disadvantage on next weapon attack roll. It makes you for them.
Alright.
Anyway,
So
so
that-
I'm gonna shoot the red bird.
Okay. As you move further away from the crib, the screaming becomes louder from the thing. And now it is Vasu's turn. And then it's Dante's turn.
Alright, so I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at this bitch.
Okay. Does it have a DC save?
No, it's a roll to hit, and I rolled a 24. Dirty.
Okay. It hits. Roll for damage.
Alright. That would be 13 points of radiant damage.
Okay. The specter shrieks and screams as the bolt makes it fly through the wall behind it. It disappears and dissipates, only reappearing to the other side of the room. You can see cracks of light begin to appear in its chest as it's gasping for air, even though it doesn't breathe. You'll pay for that.
And then I'll end my turn there, because I'm not giving her attack of opportunity.
All right. You're a level 1, right? You'd have to do it.
Yeah.
Both of you. Dante,
Oh, and
you're
also I
level
forgot to mention, once she's been hit with Guiding Bolt, the next attack roll made against it before the end of my next turn has advantage.
one. Okay, cool. So the next round up until your turn.
Yeah, up, like, if Dante attacks it, that's the only time the advantage applies. Not everybody gets
Right.
advantage, just the next person.
Roger.
Oh no!
So what do you choose to do, Dante?
So,
As this creature is slowly creeping towards your party.
Vestu, how many hit points do you have right now?
I have 11.
Never mind.
You can heal. just has resistance.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I don't know how this works.
Half the damn power.
Okay.
Blast.
So, using the great sword, I'm going to
Okay.
highly intelligent. As he flashes at it, he understands that when the archangels contempt and devilish disputes, they did not presume to pronounce the blasphemous judgment, but instead to go over to it. Leaves the sword at it.
All right. Give me an attack roll. All right. You hit. Roll for damage. Alright. As you slash your sword at it, it wisps away, creating just a mist.
Did we win?
And then it reappears again
No, we did not win.
in front of Vasu.
What?
Man, I really had a hard on for this too.
And it is now the creature's turn.
Oh shit.
She then passes through Vasu at lightning speed. Give me a Constitution saving throw, Vasu.
Awesome, because I'm great at these. Oh boy.
What'd you get?
5.
Oh. No. You take another 9 necrotic damage as your feathers begin to fall off your body. You now spread through your wings and your arms up to your chest. You can barely breathe.
Ow.
The specter now behind Vasu stares down at Gregor, and it is Gregor's turn.
I meant that out loud.
Fucking free bitch.
I'm Captain Crossman again.
Freeze, bitch. You still right there.
You're gonna do it again? Out of your hand comes an icy storm as it flows and hits her. Roll for damage. Blast hits you directly in the face and mouth, flowing through the purple mist. It then shrieks as the mist becomes much less bright than it did before. She slows down. It's now Vasu's turn as you pick yourself back up and adjust yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Barely clinging on to life.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on myself. And it's a D8 to heal. And I have the Circle of Mortality feat, which means I restore maximum possible HP on each die. So I automatically heal for 8 hit points.
Alrighty. Some of the necroticism then begins to flow away, but now patches of feathers are missing from your chest.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
Hey, Jack, with
It is now Dante's turn.
with the spell attack, is that +4 add into the attack roll for any externals?
Where?
It
Yeah,
says the +4.
yeah, your spell attack. It adds to your attack, not your damage. So if you roll to attack.
Okay.
So Dante, what do you choose to do?
Once again, taking out the great sword. He says, "The road is unmarked for those without faith. The hand of the Lord will fling you from Jacob's ladder," and he slashes at the ghost again.
Alrighty.
Oh, that sucks. It's a 7.
You swing, the mist then dissipates before you can hit anything. It reappears in the corner of the room above the crib. The crib shaking violently. It cries out, and she stares at you, pointing a skeletal-like finger. Your God cannot save you here.
That's ominous.
Oh man, this is a fucking threat.
Yeah, it is.
No, I know.
For his movement, he's going to take a defensive stance in front of the Sioux.
Okay. You're going to take a dodge action?
Yeah.
All right. It is now... The apparition then flies around the room, grabbing you with its spectral-like hands. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
You can add a D4 to it
Yes, you can have
if you want. You can decide after.
That'll be 18.
Alrighty. It hits, roll for damage.
I was like, what?
Take 1 hit for damage. Your armor then begins to decay slightly. Feeling a pain through your shoulders as your mouth hinges like a snake staring you down, with glowing eyes peering into your soul.
Freeze, bitch!
Again, directing your giant frostbite-like attack. It hits. Roll for double damage. The room becomes cold as the specter then gazes upon your eyes. Do a Constitution saving throw. You peer back into her viscera, her lifeless sockets, her eyes where the glowing seems to perpetrate from. And as the frostbite hits her, she then explodes into a mist of flame. The doors then unlock and slowly creep
The power of Christ compels you, bitch.
Rise, let his enemies be scattered, and let them that hate him flee from before his face.
You say as you kneel down, holding your hand over the pommel of your sword. The room is now covered in frost and cold. You can see your breath chill making its way, tingling up your spine. The crib then stops shaking. The room becomes quiet.
Monster.
Everybody gets 66 XP. You notice your compatriot's feathers. There's parts of his chest that are where his plumage is around his neck, and he's missing botches of feathers. Okay. Vasu, you get another 5 HP.
I'm already at full hit points.
Okay. You can do it for storytelling reasons. I think his feathers grow back.
Okay. Your feathers grew back.
Awesome.
You are no longer a
Thank you.
shambling. Your feathers grow back in full plumage. Yes.
Inside of his face. Inside of his face. There, you're pretty again.
No longer looking at
The door leading to the stairwell leading upstairs creaks open.
down to ornaments.
Nephi and Rainer.
Still with us?
Mm-hmm.
In this room,
They're gonna find their way up by themselves by the time we get fucking down there.
It's real.
there are 2 doors.
Leading to the outside. Again, Rainer's gonna investigate the door to the left to make sure that there are no traps. Give me an
Listens.
there are no traps. Rainer just gonna open the doors.
As you open, you hear the sound of footsteps coming at the end of the hallway. You can determine 3 scenes.
Turn to look at Nephi. Well, looks like our cavalry's arrived.
No less for the wear, probably. Well, the sounds of fighting stopped downstairs.
At least all of
As you
them
enter-
know.
As you enter the hallway, the group finally meets up with each other again. You see a Nephi and Rainer at the end of the at the other end of the hallway where the 2 doors are.
We rescued them.
We rescued them. That's what he said.
So there's another set of closed doors. As you enter the prisoner's hallway, there's 4 doors. The door you came from, the door you saw, and the towards where they entered with the stairwell. There are 2 more doors. One of them is boarded shut with
boards on the haphazardly nailed. You can see the nails sticking out of them are bent and decrepit.
Well, while you were all up here gallivanting around, the kids said to be careful of the attic. They said not to touch their toys either. I heard. You guys came from downstairs. This is the attic.
Certain floors have certain stairs that go up towards.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Close to it.
Okay. Well, don't touch any toys. Rainer's gonna go to the wooded area and gonna shimmy his halberd against the wood planks and start prying them off.
One by one, the planks just break as they've been rotted away for so many years. The door's locked. A single skeleton key will be missing.
Still that key, don't you?
Should have displays the key.
I just imagine being like, eat it. Like a bird.
Look at everything.
It's in a pellet.
Yeah. Sue, you're the one with the key. Unlock the door.
Can I give you the key?
You're the one with the key, and though if you want me to be the one to open the door, by all means, he's just gonna hold his glove palm out flat.
Gives him the key.
Rainer's just gonna.
The door unlocks. As you slowly open the door, this musky cold. It smells like it's death. Like a very familiar smell you smelled. You and Anefi smelled in the basement. As you step first into the room, it contains a bricked up window flanked by two dusty wood frame beds sized for two. Closer to the door, it's a koi couch with a winging on the side. And a dollhouse that's a perfect replica of Lyria. House you stand in. Furnishings are draped in common leather. Lying in the middle of the floor are two small skeletons wearing very familiar tattered clothes.
Well, we found their crypt, but when we were down there, it didn't look like their tombs were disturbed, so. Might as well lay these kids to rest. Two biggins, might as well start carrying the horses. With the children's bodies, is there a doll that looks like the one that was open?
Yes.
Them too. He's gonna wait for either Gregor or Dante to, hoist up the bodies.
Yeah, I'm gonna hoist up the one of the girls, but making sure not to touch the toys.
Okay. The doll then falls to the ground as you pick up one of the skeletal remains with a small shoulder. It fell out of its hand as its skeletal-like hand completely lost all flesh and just ligaments at that point. Falls to the ground. The room begins to light up blue.
No, I know. Rainer's just pick it up, just set it on the body.
As you pick it up, apparitions appear. Completely different than the ones you saw before. They're ghostly, gaunt, scarred, malformed, skinny, tattered clothes. Their eyes hollow,
you're taking downstairs, there's a spiral stairwell behind the false wall, back the direction that Inafy and I came. You're the ones who are control. Glancing to the three battle-tired heroes.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
Jim, better get going. But if you're Basu, and if you're not, you can handle it, just comes next.
Kellenvor is with us.
Be careful in the basement.
There was chanting there. From an opposing stairwell, the opposite side from where the crypt is. Just be quick and be quiet.
As you go down the spiral staircase, I'm assuming Raynor points you in that direction,
Yes.
down to the basement. Directly across from the spiral staircase, the lowest level on the floor, is a crypt.
Is there any distinct markings for which body?
Yes, it has their names. Dante is holding Thorn. Vasu is holding Rose's. No, Gregor is holding Rose's purse. As you lay the two small children outside their tombs and close the cast, you can hear small echoes. We are free from this place. They can no longer use us to lure in unsuspecting victims. But you must escape. You must escape this place. You see two mist fly up, swirling around the room, and just seep into the cobblestone. As you exit the crypt, the sound of chanting is louder and louder than it was before. You hear the house begin to buckle under itself, creaking. The stairwell you came from now is not there.
What's there in its place?
A wall. A cobblestone wall.
I guess we're going towards the chanting. He turns back around. Sword still out.
Alright, let's fuck some cultists up.
Yeah, assuming that's what they are.
Vasu cracks his knuckles.
What else are they gonna do? What else are they gonna be? Those cultists.
More ghosts.
It could be a friendly group of bards.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
I doubt that.
Oh yeah, sure.
Shouting through the floor. Yeah, I doubt that.
As you follow down, listening to the chanting, following it, various labyrinth. It's a labyrinth of hallways and corridors. Every turn you make, wall behind you, you'll hear the sound of stone sliding against stone, and then all of a sudden, the doorway will be gone. So you head down a stairwell. You are met by a shrine area with shambling columns standing empty. The room is festooned with moldy skeletons that hang from rusty shackles against the walls. Wide closed, the south wall contains a painted wooden statue carved in the likeness of a gaunt, pale-faced man wearing a voluminous black cloak. His pale left hand resting on the head of a wolf that stands next to him. In his right hand, he holds a smoky gray crystal orb. The chanting is becoming very loud from the other entrance at the end of this room. Yes.
Insert heavy sigh.
Yeah.
Does anyone approach the shrine? As you head down the hallway, give me a dexterity saving throw. Yes.
Did you say all of us?
No, just to the two in the basement. Alright. What'd you get, Greg? 16? As you take your first step, the floor buckles beneath you. You both fall flat on your backsides as you witness a giant spike hit in front of you. Going down about 15 feet. You can see corpses, skeletons, emerging from the spikes, impaled in various positions.
This is in front of the door that kind of
hanging in agony.
hurting.
There's something Just go check around.
I told him we should down where
Dante will approach the side.
Okay. As you head back into the other room, the chanting stops. Smooth masonry walls provide excellent acoustics, feature with stone pillars supporting the ceiling. There's another pair of stairs that seemingly came out of nowhere. On the back of the room, across from the shrine. As you enter back into the room, you are met with a foul, foolish-looking individual, feasting on the remains. Blood is now smearing the walls. It is a totally different room than you've met before. Much cleaner. Blood stains are everywhere, seeping out of the walls and the floors.
Is there another door in the room?
Yes, the stairwell. You can try to stealthily do it. They are at the moment. The Sioux, Rainer and the stairwell, you're loud laughter of stone being stone echoes through the door and billowing out dust.
Well, then at the end,
Yes. Oh no.
Well, Yasu, you know the way back down from how you came up through the original sets of stairs. Lead Inify and I back out that way. I don't think we're going to be able to get down and join Dante and Gregor anytime soon. And as Raynor turns away from Vasu, he's going to face with Inify. Inify, keep close. You have a tendency to wander off. Please, just hold on to my belt at least.
But you both can see the ghouls feasting on flesh, counting about 4 of them. You make your way edging across the wall. You then step on a rat that squeals and runs to the center of the room. Looking up, all of them standing, their bellies protruding from their clothes. There's some flesh dripped from their mouth as they shamble toward you, one letting out a belching scream. They go.
both of you give me an athletics check.
So you 3 are heading down to Fairwell.
Yes.
30, 20. You begin running faster and faster. Your heart's beating out of your chest. Running through the labyrinth of catacombs beneath this house. They seem to be changing. Nothing ever seems to be the same. Then you see a wooden ladder with light peering through the creases.
That's going to be fine.
That's going to get fun.
As you climb the ladder, you notice the wooden ladder is not fastened in. As you climb, you throw up a trapdoor leading to the den, the hunting den that you originally seen at the beginning of this adventure. You can hear the wet slaps of unshoed feet running down the corridors of the concrete and cobblestone hall of the basement. There is it's pretty heavy. Okay. There is a sword upon the mantelpiece. Because the trapdoor has a single handle.
Oh, because you were given the sword to just shove it out of like the.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
I'm going to launch it up. Oh, I got shit. But take the ropes I have. Tie that fucking together.
The trapdoor's in the corner,
And it also is opening up. And swing down. It opens up. How are you gonna tie it down?
No, it's
scream and echoes can be heard. The latch closes. You'll need help. Okay. As you press it, you thrust the chair, falling sideways, pushing against one of the windows, the window sills. Give me a stomach. Nephi, Raynor, and the stew. You can hear the sound of a wooden door slamming up against the wall downstairs. And then the sounds of your compatriots yelling at each other as they're trying to do something. You thrust the chair, pressing it up against the windowsill. As you step back, you're both pushed back from the pillars of the door, trying to break free. The sound of scratching and thrusting as the door viciously slaps up and down. There is a vanity.
I will run to the trapdoor to help.
Yeah, there's various tables, chairs, and everything in this room.
Moving the tables.
Now, what else do we do here?
Inify, dear, do you mind if I use your staking hammer for a moment?
Go ahead.
All three of the former party members make it to that room, and they just Scooby-Doo style, the other two characters rushing to get all the furniture over this trap.
Fucking stake. Is just gonna fucking jam with the stake, jam the mechanism, prevent the hinges from opening. The strength check here.
You wedge it in between the hinges and the door. Pounding still can be heard as you can hear the trapdoor literally buckling, like bowing. Yeah.
I couldn't use Druidcraft to make the wood, merge into itself. Could I?
You could try.
Okay. I'm gonna try and do that.
Okay. The grain of the wood seems to merge into itself. All the players now witnessing
Okay.
there's enough heavy objects on it anyway in this. Stake kept it from. Yes, let's do the four.
Give me an extra 17.
Scooby-Doo run out of the house.
$14.
Roy, what did you get?
12.
You all run as Ryder accidentally triggers the portcullis. The portcullis shuts behind you as you're all thrusted onto the porch. The children no longer anywhere to be seen. As you three are on the porch, you look back, and the house is gone. The porch is by itself. It's gone. In its place is the mist, familiar thickness.
What an interesting ordeal we went through to have the house vanished. So,
You're met by the same cobblestone path that took you to this maze. And farther down lies the village you were heading to.
we should go find that tavern now.
Yes.
I could use a rest.
Oh, right now.
What's this soon?
I said I could use a rest.
I'm just gonna pick up Vasu.
Please.
Oh, I'm gonna pick up Vasu and carry him. You have to take care of by giving him battle pets.
Dante just sticks his arm out and I perch on it.
A 6 foot bird man while a 6'5", 6'10" man.
Yeah.
Macaw.
Why do you feel that if the perch on my arm like
It's less demeaning this way.
Thank you.
it's okay. I'll take that.
Battered, beaten, and dirty, you finally make your way to the outskirts of this town. You can see the sun rising. Behind the mountainous terrain. The silhouette of the castle can be seen through the rays of sunlight. But then as fast as the sun rises, the cloud covers it, giving a dreary, cloudy appearance to this landscape. As you enter the outskirts of town, swarms and murders of ravens can be seen perched on fence lines. The skeletal-like trees that surround this town, the roofs, just whole communities of ravens, all staring at the party as they make their way into town. As you make your way into town, as you finally make your way actually into town, there are no lights to be seen. And outside any of the windows, the town looks abandoned. Boarded up shops can be seen, walls with claw marks, boarded up doors, shops that once made a huge marketplace now lay empty, looted, windows broken.
He's gonna go to the claw marks and I'd like to do an investigation check to determine what they are based on width, length, and deepness.
It's a condition. A creature with a condition that's not very heard of. At least where you come from. You know your deepness, and the length, and the lightness.
I can talk with this werewolf. Meaning we'll want to find shelter immediately.
As you venture further into the town square, you're met finally by light. Dreary, simple clothed individuals, pale from the lack of sunlight. Just a few here and there. Two buildings specifically smoke coming out their chimneys. One reads Belltops Mercantile, and the other reads Blood of the Vine. Oh, you can see some case release carved and handwritten out. Now reading Blood of Honor.
Rain's going to approach the merchant store.
Does the party follow?
Yeah.
As you continue on, you can read it says more correctly, Bildrath's Mercantile. Very small slivers of light spill out behind the drawn heavy curtains outside this building. The sign on the door creaks on its hinges as you approach the barely hinged double doors that enter this establishment. As you walk in, it is the drabbest and dreariest store you have ever seen. A skinny, portly man, or a skinny, older man, stands behind the counter next to the door that takes the length of the building. He's counting coins. He has a single eyepiece. His gaunt hands flickering through each coin, counting.
Rena's just gonna walk in, greet the merchant very curtly and very shortly before examining the wares that litter the store.
Okay. As you guys notice, the prices for things are ungodly. There are only simple things. Things you can find in the players, things you can find in the player's handbook that is 10 gold pieces or less. But everything is 10 times the normal price. What are you gonna do? Look around or buy something? You won't find anything like these around here. Well, I'm the only store in town.
Nothing else besides vaguely motions to the assortment of goods. Not anything else.
Well, if you don't like it, then leave. Unless you're gonna buy something, of course.
Man
dust his hands off and walk right back out.
Good. Folks like you don't belong around here anymore. So Ravenloft.
And that makes us do like nine.
You make it hard. Unfortunately, with him perched on your shoulder, it makes it hard for you to reach the small door. Yes. It makes it hard to go to the door.
Like bend down because he's not getting off my arm anytime soon.
As you bend
I
down,
can
you
get
knock
down.
over something on the table.
I said I could get down.
Can, but the question is, are you going to?
Stays on the arm.
That's my point.
Trying to juggle to get through the door, you knock something over on an end table that's close to the door. You break it, you buy it. Give me a sleight of hand check with the disadvantage.
That's still 17.
What? What'd you get? 17. You miraculously catch a ink cistern. Unfortunately, some of the ink spills out onto the floor. You're gonna pay for that. If we have a problem, I can get my nephew Perry to put out here.
Rob, he just puts the what was it again? Yeah.
Ink cistern.
Okay, puts the ink cistern back onto the empty. And he like nudges for Vasu to get off his arm.
I step down.
2 gold. As you see, only
Hold
a
on,
few
hold on.
drop-
This thing is like an ink container or something, right?
Yes.
I have ink. I could just put ink in it.
Nope. 2 gold. Not a penny less.
I'll go ahead and toss the 2 gold.
A man willing to pay is a friend of mine, he says, as he smirks, taking out the glass eye.
I look at him straight in the face and say, well, then you have friends in high places. And then I float a little bit.
He chuckles to himself. What brings you and your party to Barovia? You obviously
He's talking to me.
What?
Said, was he talking to me?
Yes.
What brings us to Barovia? Oh, well, you know, like the sights. Sightseeing.
People don't just come to Barovia.
Well, we did.
What does Rainer and the nephew do as they walk out?
They're just gonna head over to the blood on the vine. Blue. Ask the question again.
What do you and so Rainer's heading to Blood on the Vine Tavern. What does the nephew do? You'll both walk out of the gym with the mercantile store.
She would follow him.
As you two walk out, you notice the townspeople staring you down. There seems to be no difference between the expressions, the clothes, and the way these people act.
Just the most entertaining group of people I've had to meet in a while.
And as you walk towards the tavern, there are a few people standing outside. They avoid you as soon as you walk over, walking in various directions, looking back over their shoulder. One of them scoffing.
Ren is going to pay them no mind as he just pushes open the doors of the tavern.
As you push open the doors to the tavern, find a rickety old establishment. A single portly bartender stands cleaning glass from glass, aimlessly, almost robotic. The tavern is mostly empty, except for 3 gallantly dressed, exotically dressed women in the corner. At the single table, with a man who seems to have a bit more soul to him. With a cloak, drinking an ale.
Renner's going to move to the bar. I'm just going to settle on one of the stools.
As you go to the bar, you sit at the stool. And Nephi, do you follow?
Wait, what color was the cloak the dude was wearing?
It was more of a burgundy, like a dark maroon and burgundy color.
Was it the same color of cloak that she saw whenever that guy was with the wolves?
No.
Oh.
The guy in the tavern is wearing a drab olive green.
Okay. She's not one for a bar, so she'll probably take a table somewhere.
So if he goes and sits at the table, Rainer sits at the bar. Wide-eyed, almost dead inside, barkeep stares, eating a glass after a glass. He slowly turns to you.
You all right there, mister?
I'm good.
One song in the local town.
Wine or ale?
Go nail.
2 copper pieces.
Rainer's gonna pull one of the silver pieces from his bag and offer them to the barkeep. Gonna offer him 1 silver piece.
He takes your silver piece and gives you your change. But he gives you 3 drinks.
Well, I don't have all the change for
That's perfectly fine by me.
He sets the change down, almost zombie-like pattern, and continues cleaning glasses.
Rainer's gonna take his tankard and slowly walk over with Inafine and just set them down before settling next to her.
As you and Nephi sit down at one of the tables, the cloaked figure stares at you from across the room.
No more of this. Rainer's gonna stand up, take his tankard in hand, and just slowly approach the cloaked figure.
Oh,
Are you alright?
you're not from around here, are you?
I said that I am. Never here is.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the village of Barovia, my friend.
Right. Warm welcome is the most hospitable one we've received since getting here a few hours ago.
Well, let's just say the people around here aren't kind as strangers.
Yes, I noticed that.
Well, what brought you here?
This thing we don't know. We were walking to find some kids in the forest taken by goblins, and then Spog rolled in. It felt like we were walking for miles and miles. And as the fog cleared, we wound up here.
It's like a damnedest thing. Oh my god, it's Barovia.
No. Seem a lot more lively than the rest of the other folk around here. Why is that? I'm gonna settle into the chair and just take a sip from his tankard.
Yeah? What's your names?
I'm gonna keep my eye on him to make sure that he's not doing anything weird like that other weirdly colorful dude did. So Rainer's just gonna keep his eye on him, just Rainer.
Rainer.
Yes.
Huh. Weird name. And what about your small friend?
I'm gonna glance back toward Enifi at the other table. Enifi. Blue,
Yes. Sorry.
introduce yourself to the nice man.
Would rather not, but she's going to give a small little wave.
Her name is Enifi. One of yours.
Well, I say, let me pay for your drink. I'll tell you later.
We've been bringing some potions to the other.
You don't want that squall.
We're sick. That's the mug down. Maintain eye contact with him.
It is the worst alien.
That's fine if it gets the job done.
It's almost watered down.
Never mind. It's gonna take a sip, set it down, and just push it away with a finger. By all means, nice drink.
Eric, he says from across the room. The bartender mindlessly stares at him. Bring us some wine, why won't you? Eric's talkative type.
I noticed. That's
The name's Isma.
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 Smug? What's the interest in the cell cells? You don't seem like you exactly fit in around here yourself.
Well, when you're son of the Burgermeister, you have to be an upkeep around here. Lively spirit.
The spirit of this town, I saw that there were monster claw marks outside the stone.
Let's have a long sigh. And then yawns. That is a long tale, my friend. A long tale.
Seems like I'm not going to be heading home anytime soon.
Oh, where are you from?
Sword Coast.
Sword Coast.
Yes.
He spits a big old loogie onto the ground. Never heard of it.
I can say the same for Barovia.
I'm laughing at I'm laughing at get the car. All this shit I'm using. Never heard of it.
We haven't had visitors in much time. Each of them said the same thing, except hailing from different lands.
It's a werewolf club.
Werewolf?
Yes, the markings on the stone and directly correlate with those of the lycanthrope.
Why do you care?
This building and the Buildrat's Mercantile seem to be the only lively buildings here. Where's everyone else?
God. Dead, it would seem.
Dead.
Death is a way of life around here. Haunted house. House almost feeling like a fog in the way. And you've seen it and lived to tell the tale.
Yes.
Inside it. Why are you another drink? Anybody who ventures out into the mist never comes back alive.
Going back to our other point of views, the mercantile store.
Bildrath narrows his eyes at the three other party members. So I ask you again, what brings you here?
Of course,
You're obviously not from here. You're obviously from your clothing. And I've never seen the likes of you. You look like a demon. And you. I've only seen your type in books. Demon that is synthetic. Yes. Everybody you've seen as you walk through the streets is synthetic. It's always something or other when folks like you come into town. It seems like you're interested in some information from me. That's gonna cost you. Unfortunately it is. If you like it well enough, you'll pay for it. You won't get a peep out of him. No. He's a tiny, skinny guy. A single tuft of hair poking out of his chin, 1 inch long, bald on the top. Everything costs money, doesn't it?
Again, you, little man, are gonna try to hassle me.
You got a problem with it? Well, I'll just call my nephew in here and see what he has to do with about it. Periwinkle, he says as he calls out the corner of the store. Through a pair of curtains, a man standing taller than you, wearing nothing but a leather jerkin, his muscles rippling from it, huge in stature, almost touching the ceiling. Yes, uncle. We're gonna have a problem. Are they bothering you, uncle? His arms are roughly the size of your head. Shoot yourself, shoot yourself. Didn't like you anyway. Poor conversationist.
Been told that so many times.
As you walk out of the building,
Owl man back on my arm because he is persistent.
Woohoo!
My interest.
a lot of the townspeople staring deadly at your bird front specific. Monsieur?
He's really happy right now because his people are known to these people in books.
I'm just saying it, you may want to get off my arm.
Gets down.
Thank you.
You see, as you pass through the village square, people slamming their shutters as you pass.
That's at me.
The kids staring at you,
That's
tossing rocks.
That's really
A rock pelts your head, Gregor.
Can I try to catch it before it hits his head?
Your perception was not high. You did not see the rock. Nobody saw it. The rock. The kids all staring blankly and lifelessly at you as you pass by.
That's not normal. Kids aren't supposed to look like that. Kids are eyes.
Are those looking like the ones
Yeah. Same expressions.
Kids are supposed to look like that.
Well, apparently the kid's here, dude.
Don't need deductions. Stunning deductions as always.
Then you see somebody come and start pushing the children along onto one of the porches of the houses, staring at you, staring back at the children, hastily trying to make their way out of your hastily trying to make their way away from you.
Looks like a woman.
Come on, children. They're probably accursed.
Dante just very holy robes. That doesn't even make sense. Let's just go inside before get more rocks thrown at us.
The looks you get in the tavern are about the same as they try to make their way out of the way, going various which directions. Coming to enter the tavern, trying to keep as far away from you as possible. And as you make your way in the tavern, you see your friend sitting in the man. You see your friend quietly talking to this man. His feet propped up on the table, raising his arms, letting out a few chuckles. Rainer looking obviously distraught, not distraught, hand-faced as he always does, questioning everything. If he loved expressing himself. It was the party around this meeting. What were you going to say before? Oh, it was the party surrounding friends of yours as a student? Party. Huh. More of you, I see.
This is nice. Burgermeister.
Finally, someone who doesn't look terrified.
Terrified? No, none of you. Stares at the sea.
Head turns upside down.
What did you say, Bobby?
Said head turns upside down.
Bessie, you're not helping your case.
Bird kind aren't taken kindly around here.
We're not helping your case. Please return your head to a normal position.
Spies, thieves, all of them.
Is that what is that what stories are told of us in books here?
Well, the only bird kind I know are from stories from the town of Veliki. Down the road, quite a ways. Nobody makes that a joke.
What was that town called?
What?
What was that town called?
Veliki. V-A-L-I-K-I. Anybody who makes the way to Veliki makes way to certain death.
Sudden death with the way of life in these parts.
Nobody wants to die. That just happens. He says as he just downs his wine glass. Oh. Oh. Well, so is the way the devil. Devil of these lands.
Devil of these lands.
Devil of these lands, yes.
Devil of these lands.
You're in Barovia and no one's told you. How do all these people go to themselves?
We're not here for witticisms. Who is the devil of these lands?
No bounds, you came from the East End, correct?
Came from the Sword Coast, yes.
No, the East End. He points from the direction of town you came from.
Yes, it's the coast.
Through the woods. You saw it, did you not? It's a No doubt you saw the castle.
Yes, the castle.
The devil himself lives there. They call him strong. Grod von Zarevich. A walker of many forms. He scours the night. So is the bedtime, as the bedtime stories we teach our young ones. But it's just a myth, a mere legend, no one's seen it. At least those who've seen him have never lived.
And if he's sweating slightly, you know, at the far edge of the table. He's gonna keep quiet though. Right. So if he's a myth, let me ask you this. What phase of the moon are we on?
Oh, the solstice of the full grain. Let's say the moon shines much more brightly these days.
It's like we're staying the next 2 days in town. I'd rather not get caught on the road with werewolves though.
Damned werewolves. Speaking of which, I probably should be getting back to the manor house. Damn, that is so strange. He says, getting up from his chair. Well, it was nice to meet you. Hopefully I see you again when you're not a ghost walking the plains of these places.
You mentioned your sister in conjunction with werewolves.
We've been having a bit of spell in town. Have you noticed the watchmen? They do not peer over the city streets anymore. But how can I trust you, he says.
Back from the devil house to tell the result of motions to the various drinks on the table. Assuming that legend itself should hold something. We are from the Adventurers Guild back home. Not that there's much stock here, but they're going down.
You see he was distracted from your conversation, looking over at the three women.
Probably.
I should probably be going. I've already said my spiel.
Right, well, if you need any help in these next 2 days, we'll be here.
Don't walk the night streets.
What's the plan? He's gonna grab him like by the bicep and just kind of pull him close. What's the story with those women over there?
Come and go, vagabonds they are.
Why do you seem so worried about them?
Have you noticed?
Well, besides you, the only 3 people with some soul left in them.
You can see them gallantly dancing amongst each other, speaking in rhymes and riddles, as one of them is on a pan flute. The other soul is need no mind to these people.
It seemed that they were dressed extravagant, like foreignly. Are they sharing a similar like style to like the gypsy man that we saw earlier?
Very much so.
What's the odds that those things?
Let's just say, lest a Vistani walk your way, you must walk the other.
What these stone?
He says, looking much more cautiously at him again. Ladies, then. Pretty elegant.
sensually, looking over at everybody.
She seemed more worried than 3 women werewolves pregnant.
But if you're looking for trade, they're the only ones. Pilfrat can be much of a fiend.
Yes.
But his nephew's kind-hearted.
Taller than me, slightly wider.
The very large one. Yeah, oh, so you've met him, this nephew.
Bargain.
Everything costs money, doesn't it? He says understandably. I'm getting the different people.
Yes.
One of them with a tambourine then kind of shuffles her way over. She says, "Ha, Ismark the Lesser, Ismark the Lesser. What a dumb dresser." They all start to laugh amongst each other.
Lansing fucking gets moving up and down those trucks.
The ladies laugh among each other. Another lady approaches you with long hair. Beautiful bird. She's been, eloquently and seductively in your hands, twirling them, winking at her. I haven't seen a human like you in ages.
Blinking at her even more slowly. Sorry, I'm spoken for.
Where are you all from? The one who had just insulted Ismark as he tries to make his way to the exit. The woman blocking him.
We're not from around here.
You don't say, she says.
Though we did run into one of your kind back home.
Back home. This is home.
Not for him, apparently. Rainer is going to reach into his weird dude's journal, the one with the music in it. Gonna hold it up. Didn't have a name, but he certainly had a taste for the vernacular, just like you folks.
Oh, let me see. I want you to open that up.
This? Yeah.
That's the book.
That's oh shit. That's ominous. I don't like that.
As you try to show the women what's in the book, something different appears. A letter with a stamp. Yeah, other things are just the same.
Oh, this wasn't here before. Son of a bitch. Oh, it's so fucking soft. It's not brittle. Oh, yeah, the wax is so soft. It's so fucking. Hold on. We'll just ingenuity our way through this. Come on, you. Come on. Ah, there we go. Science. That did absolutely nothing. No. You want to give it a try? Since that wax is
Handing the letter because Reiner is having difficulty.
so soft.
Yeah, but I open.
And after I fucking ripped it halfway open.
But I still got it open.
A letter can be seen. A letter you haven't noticed before.
Bound to the he of might and valor, I, a lowly servant of Barovia, send honor to thee. We plead for thine desperately needed assistance. The love of my life. Something killed Colligrave? Can you read that name?
What?
The name. Love of my life, something Colligrave. Yeah, the love of my life.
Irina Kaliana?
Kaliana?
what it looked like.
Has been afflicted by an evil too deadly that even the good people of our village cannot protect her.
Irina, you hear Ismark say.
Yes. She languishes from her wound, and I would have her saved from this menace. There is much wealth in this community. I offer all that might be. Hand to thee and thy fellow, if thou shalt but answer my desperate plea. Come quickly, for time is at hand. All that I have shall be thine. Kalyan. Indirovich? That name? Indirovich?
Colin?
Indirovich?
Master? Burgomaster? Burgermeister. Burgermeister.
You know Kalyan Indirovich? He turns his attention to Ismark.
That's my father.
And who is this Irina?
It's my sister. Hand that. Where did you find this letter?
It was in a journal belonging to one of their kind who had been stalking us back on the Sword Coast.
Shh. Quiet. The three ladies then around the party, listening in.
Or they go talks elsewhere. Is there somewhere private that we can chat?
I recommend getting a room.
Not here. Come to me to my manor side.
All right. And where would that be?
On the other end of town, past the mercantile.
All right.
This is not my father's handwriting.
It's not. Well, why don't I hold on to the letter? That way we can just double check when we get there.
You hear chanting from the ladies, Ismark's weak. Ismark's weak. He cannot even stand on his own 2 feet.
Can I make a history check to determine whether or not that chanting is a similar tone and like voice to the chanting we heard back in the fog house?
Yes.
Okay. Dirty 21.
It is not. The three ladies then turn to Vasu and Dante. Look at you, the third lady says. Dark-skinned in complexion, with dreads. Bigger than her head, bigger and wider than her head. Her giant hoop earrings almost hang past her jaw, her fingers covered in rings. You look like the kind of two who'd like to see Madame Ava.
And who is Madame Ava?
Madame Ava tells the future.
Does she?
For you too. Look lost in your holy ways.
Kind of glances over at Vasu and back at her. What is that supposed to mean?
Holy ways lead to unholy circumstances in this realm.
That's fun. Sounds like a chance I'm willing to take.
A chance taken sounds like death in the hands of someone who doesn't know, she says ominously as she walks back.
I need this down. Fine. Why don't you show me to Madame Ava?
Outside town, to the path of Veliki, follow the river. If you follow the river, you'll find Madame Ava.
Aono is right.
So we have two things that we can either do. We can either follow Ismark to his manor and figure out our first piece of tangible evidence, or we can follow the deranged ramblings of a bunch of gypsies. And considering the deranged ramblings of a bunch of gypsies is, well, how we wound up in this in the first place.
Let's see if we go with your plan.
Oh, follow Ismark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You find Ismark is now leaving as the doors swing open.
Oh.
His feet getting caught in the door. You hear him slam against the wall. Oh! As he has to push the door back open to release his cape.
The Rainer's gonna run up and just help him out.
Oh. Oh. Oh, you're drinking too much.
Just lead the way back to your manor and we'll make sure you get there.
Wine is the bane of the soul, but it's the only thing I can drink.
Dante's gonna help him walk a little better, a little steadier.
As you make your way to the town, towards the Burgermeister's mansion, a mansion in disrepair, almost like the house you saw.
Oh, God.
The windows completely destroyed, glass broken. Entire base of the house and lower floor covered in claw marks. Footsteps of man and beast surround the house. Lichens and human feet. Ismark, in complete awe. Not again. We must make haste, as he says as he runs to the front doors of this once lovely mansion.
Did not answer my question.
Come on.
It's an emergency.
Well, unfortunately, the glass wasn't broken 45 minutes ago.
I suppose you know this?
Give off the impression that maybe
You hear him slam the door open. Hydrina, he says, and then we